one yet. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Are you off book?
No.
No? You have some of it memorized?
Yes.
Okay, so what you have memorized, I want you to look straight out to your audience and deliver. When you need to glance at the script, I want you to do that, but the parts that you know, I want you to deliver it straight out and give me some real emotion. Yours is comedy, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right, let me see what you got.
My sister Holly is 15 older than me. She got married last week. I don't understand why Liam wanted to marry her, but I hope he's happy. The wedding took forever. I had to wear a suit that was about 2 times big for me and carry this silly pillow with rings. After the ceremony, we had to get pictures taken. This was where the disaster happened. I occasionally played teeny tiny jokes on Holly, but that was a total accident. See?
I'm gonna pause you. Sorry to see some room for growth there. So once you get off book and you're memorized, you're definitely going to be able to add more colorfulness to it. But even when you started with the, now see, here comes a disaster. That's when you go into funny Brandon kind of comical mode. And so maybe even in the beginning, you're saying everything that you're saying. I had to wear this 2-piece suit. It was 2 times too big for me. It was really frustrating and annoying. But then you're like, but you see, here's when it all started. I mean, first of all, I had to do this itty bitty little teeny thing, right? Because yours is comedy, so you can't just spit it all out and just keep talking. You have to find those ways to naturally make it funny. And I gave you this one because your personality fits it. Like, I feel like you have that witty little thing about you, but you have to know when to break that down in the script. So one of the things we talked about was you taking the pen and finding those areas where you draw a line and pause. So meaning if it's a change in the emotion, you should have a line there so you know that when you get to that section, something different is happening or there's a different emotion, whatever it is. But when you start that part where you start to tell the story, where is it? This, I think it starts with this. This is when it all went wrong, or this is when it all happened. Where's that line? It was right before Teeny Tiny, because I remember Teeny Tiny.
But this was a disaster.
Yes. This was where the disaster happened. So after you say that whole first part, you should put a mark there. And so let me see. So if I was delivering it to you. All right. My sister Holly is 15 years older than me. Even that annoys you, right? Because you're the little brother, and it's just saying that she's 15 years older than you probably already irritates, because she's always like, hey Brandon, how you doing? Hey little cutie pie, my little brother, this is my little brother. You got, oh, I love my little brother, little Brandon, right? So thinking about that, and even if you've never experienced that, remember this moment where I just did all that to you, and it's probably like, ew, get off me, right? All of that. Use that. So from the very beginning, my sister Holly is 15 years older than me, and she just got married last week. And I don't even understand why Liam wants to marry her, right? Because she's my sister. Yuck, disgusting, ill. What is wrong with you, Liam, right? But anyway, I hope he's happy. The wedding took forever, and I had to wear a suit that was about 2 times too big for me and carries this silly pillow ring thing on my finger. And then after the ceremony, we had to take all these pictures. But this was where the disaster happened, and I occasionally play little small jokes on my sister, but this one, everyone was mad, right? Because you're like telling a story and you're reeling them in. And so when we watch you do your monologue, we're already seeing you be funny, we're seeing you talk about your sister, and we know that you're like, there's this interesting relationship between him and his older sister. But when you start to tell the story, it's like you're bringing us in more and more and more. And then when you get to the end and you say that last line that's super funny and all the adults laugh, it's going to be that much more enjoyable because you've built us up from the beginning and just kept going higher and higher and higher. Make sense?
Yes.
All right, make it work. Good job.